It's Vegas, baby, day 4. We're here at the start of the second day of the BAM. We've got to say it like that. It's not BAM, it's BAM. And you can see a fullish room. I think some of the room is playing like a 0 to 10k imped pairs. And our half of the room, we've got maybe 5 sections. So we've got about, I think there's 78 teams made it through. And I had fun yesterday. BAM is a different form of bridge. It is effectively match point teams, but it's even weirder than that. That you're not just trying to get, that'll be an above average board. It will either be a flat board or a top, if it's above average, and it could even be a bottom if teammates have done even worse. So you don't really know. There were many boards yesterday where it didn't really matter what happened. Against us, they went 1 off in 6 times. You think that's going to be good, but teammates made 3 no trumps doubled at 1 for 950. So even if they make 6 diamonds, we win the board anyway. It didn't really matter. They could have made 6 diamonds. They got a trump finesse wrong, which was guessable. It was gettable. It was like a 2-way finesse. So here we go. There's Carol. I won't put her on camera. She doesn't want to be on camera, but excellent teammate. Andy's mum and Andy's dad is around somewhere. So we're gonna do what we can yesterday. See if we can get some interesting things. And like I said in the last video, yesterday 20% of the hands Andy and I played were doubled or redoubled. 20%. That was 10 boards out of 50. Well, 10 out of 52, so just under 20%, but you get the idea. And I think there should have been another one. I think Andy should have doubled a different board. We won the board anyway without the double, so it didn't really matter, I guess, but I think she should. And as after she's seen me doubling left, right and centre, she's going to be doubling more. We only got one of the doubling decisions wrong, I think. Like, all our doubles we made were correct, all our sacrifices we made were correct. And the one mistake was the redouble, although if Andy's going off anyway, it doesn't matter whether I redouble or not. So we're going to start there. There's our team. I'm not going to put them on camera, they don't want to be. And some of the people have made it. Beans has made it, Kopi and Minnie have made it, scanning around the field. Ardy and Pavel, who I'm teaming up with later, have made it as well. So we will do what we can to get you some good hands today, even if we don't do so well. So the end of this little spiel will have a learning point for you. I don't think we've started very well. This is your hand. You've got ace, 9, 8 to 6, 3 low, 2 low, ace 1, and it goes a diamond pass a heart to you. Everyone's vulnerable. You could bid 2 spades, but you've got 2 aces, so you're not worried about the midding slam. You're not worried about the midding slam, and your suit's really bad and you've got no shape. So you could bid 2 spades, but we don't. We're vulnerable. Partner's a passed hand. She could expect 2 spades to be quite bad, but there's no benefit to doing it on this hand, I don't think. You've got no shape. The chances are that partner raises and you get doubled. You're not going to make very many. And 2 spades is it could be caught, but 1 spade should be fine. So they double for support double, and he goes pass, pass, pass. Oh, you've been caught in 1 spade. So the good news is you haven't bid 2 spades, and because you've been caught in 1, maybe you've won the board that way. And they lead. I can't remember which club they lead. Let's say they lead the Queen of Clubs, and there's your hand. How many should you make, or how many could you make? And I think I've misplayed this, and I have to check double dummy whether I can still do this. But you're looking at how many tricks you've got. You've got 2 aces, and assuming that he's only got 4 spades for his pass, you've got a total of 3 spades. So you're going to make 2 aces and 2 more spades for 3 off. So you're going for 800. What other ways to go for 500? Because 800 is awful. They can't make slam. So if you're going for 800 and the other table didn't overcall 2 spades, you're going to lose the board because teammates are going to make like 660 or whatever, 650 if they're in hearts. So you've got 2 options, and I took the wrong one. I was a bit lazy, and I took option 1. Now option 1 is that the hand on your left has got like a stiff jack of spades or something, stiff jack, stiff queen maybe. And because you've got the 10, 9, 8, 7 between yours and dummies, you can play the ace, drop one of the honours, and then use your pips to knock out the other ones, and eventually draw the trumps, and you're actually going to make a total of 4 spades. You're just going to lose 2 spade tricks. So that's option 1. And option 2 is the option where I was still working out whether this was possible onto the next hand and on the next hand, because I was still working this out, I made an error at trick 1 and lost the whole board on the next hand. So this is a lesson to you, you know, like, don't fixate. Try and be able to not fixate on previous hands, because I made a really big mistake, I think, at trick 1. I wasn't thinking, and I had a free trick at trick 1 and I didn't take it, and then I ended up going off in a contract I can make. So that was really bad. But the other line in this hand is you just exit and keep exiting, and eventually they might get end played. So let's hypothetically say this. So let's say you win the ace of clubs and exit in a club. If they ever give you a ruff, you're now in a position potentially to end play the hand. You're never going to lay down the ace of spades. So let's say they go ace of clubs, so you win the ace of clubs and play a club back. The best thing they can do is to cash, and I don't know if this is going to work, they can cash 3 hearts and 3 diamonds and then play a winner that you have to ruff. So you ruff, and so with 5 cards to go, you've got ace, 9, 8, small of spades opposite 10, 7. You now play a small spade to the 10, and if the hand has king, queen, jack, X, they have to win it, and the exit again. This is going to work, yeah, and this is why I was thinking. The exit again, and now you ruff this, and now you're down to ace, 9, 8 of spades, and now you just exit with the 8s. They have to win with another big honour, but now they're end played, so I should go for 500 here. That's really bad. I should find that. I think I just got lazy, and maybe he's got stiff jack of spades, which is such a specific holding, I think, for me to do that with. The hand on my right, are they going to pass without king, queen, jack of spades? Probably not. King, queen to 4 is a bit risky, because, you know, they need to beat me by 3 to get a good board. Yeah, really bad. And then I threw the next board away, so that's 2 bottoms in BAM, and that's really costly. So bad Steve. It's taken a while. We've got another good board to talk about. This is one by Andy Bowie. Yeah, woo. Where I think they can beat her, but she did well on this one. She has this hand. She opens a diamond. The left-hand opponent doubles, and I bid. What did I bid? A spade. Andy jumps to 2N, and I bid 3N. I thought even if Andy's got 3 spades, they might be 4-1. I don't really want to do that. So you're in 3N, and they lead a small heart, which goes small. What were your hearts?
King, jack.
Yeah, small, and Andy wins with a king. So at trick 2, what do you do? Well, you've got 2 suits you want to be attacking. You've got spades and you've got diamonds. Now, diamonds is an 8-card fit, but spades, if the ace, queen of spades are on your left, you might be able to play a king of spades and then a small spade towards dummy. And they can take their ace and queen, and then dummy's got to have 3 extra spade tricks, and then you don't have to guess where the queen of diamonds is. So trick 2, without much thought, well, I think she thought about it a bit. Trick 2, fairly quickly, she plays down the king of spades, and then you should have hopefully the full hand here, and it went small, so they ducked with the ace, thinking Andy's got king, queen, X or something, or king, queen tight, and was going to set the spades up. So then Andy now goes, okay, they've ducked the spade, I'm going to switch to diamonds now. I'm going to make hopefully 5 diamond tricks, as well as the 2 hearts I'm going to get the ace of clubs and the king of spades I've made. And so now, how do you play the diamonds? Well, usually the hand that's on the takeout double is going to have short diamonds. So Andy played a diamond to the ace and ran the 10. This lost to the queen. So Andy's got the diamonds wrong. So now she needs an extra trick from somewhere. So they did something a bit that didn't work very well. They played ace and another heart. They rectified the count against themselves, because now what happens is Andy can win the heart and she can start cashing diamonds, and then the hand that doubled, what do they throw on all the diamonds? They ended up throwing they were small club and a small spade to keep their winning heart, their ace of spades and king X of clubs. And Andy then said, okay, I think I've read the situation right, and she exited with a small spade. They won the ace, they could cash a heart, but now they have to lead into her ace queen of clubs. There was a remedy for this. What he can do at this point is, although he is squeezed, if he throws the heart away, he's throwing a trick away, and if he throws a club away, obviously Andy can drop his king. So what he can do at this point is, rather than throwing a small spade away, he can throw the ace, And the logic behind that is, if Andy did have king queen tight or king queen x of spades, what would she do at trick 3? Well, she'd just carry on playing spades, wouldn't she? She wouldn't switch to diamonds. So that was good, and that was against a good pair. So Andy feels happy. Happy, Andy? Andy Wiggle? Andy Wiggle for a good board there. It's a good board with a mistake, and the problem is, the reason you're not seeing many boards today is we've made a lot of mistakes. Our carryover is 25% of our score. That's how well we're doing. We didn't have a good time. No one's necessarily massively disappointed because we've all made mistakes. So no one's. That's good actually for a team point of view. When if 2 people or 3 people make mistakes and one person's played really well, they're going but no one's played well. So it's fine. We're laughing. When. When one of our teammates took a view and looking at the hand, it lost to a stiff queen, and we're all just laughing at it rather than just going as if you're doing that. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing because there weren't that many hands that were interesting in the fact that they all started with an error, and I don't really like publicising just mistake-riddled bridge, and we didn't have many good things. The one where I can go for 500 in one spade doubled, teammates are in slam, missing 2 aces, and you can, if you remember the hand, that's pretty much all you're missing, 2 aces. I think there's a jack in dummy or something, so they've got slam values, missing 2 aces, and they got doubled in 6N or something, so it doesn't matter whether I go 2 off or 3 off, that's just a lost board anyway, so I shouldn't be too annoyed at myself, because sometimes my play on a hand doesn't matter, so I could have been brilliant or awful, and on that particular hand it wouldn't have mattered because they've done well to catch us and our teammates tried to bid a slam. So what can you do? Right, we're going for Wonder. We've had our lunch and we're going for an Italian tonight, but we've still got another 26 boards, and let's try and double our score. That's what we can do, isn't it? Try and double our score. This event's tough. I'm going to give a play problem. Andy can listen in and see if she agrees with my line of play, because she saw it and she might not agree with the result. You get to 6N on this hand. You open a spade. Partner bids 2 clubs. You bid 2N, showing either a weak no trump or 18-19 balanced, and partner bids 6N. And you'll realise that when dummy comes down, you have missing a few kings, so you want some finessing to do. And they lead a diamond, which is good. They haven't made you guess straight away. And do you want the hand, Andy, while you're listening? So remember your hand, your dummy? My hand was Jack 5th, Ace Queen Jack, Ace 3rd, too low. Okay, so they lead a diamond, and now you're just having a quick count of tricks. So you've got some finessing to do, and it looks like you're going to need 2 of the finesses. If you just have the club finesse, you've got 6 clubs, 3 diamonds, and 2 aces. That's only 11 tricks. So you're going to need another finesse. Is that 11 tricks? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, you've got only 11 tricks. So you need either the spade finesse or the heart finesse for 12. Now, for whatever reason, I think taking the heart finesse is slightly better, because the 3rd round of hearts gives you the spade discard, and it also gives you entries to your hand to take club finesses. So over the spade and the heart finesse, I need to decide where I need to win it. Now the issue is I've got a limited number of entries to my hand, and if I need to take 2 club finesses, I think it's right to play hearts to my hand because it gives me extra entries rather than taking the spade rather than taking the spade finesse, because I've only actually got 2 entries to my hand if I'm not taking the heart finesse. So at trick 2 I take the heart finesse and I play a heart to the queen and it loses to the king, and at trick 3 they switch to a spade. Well, I don't need this. If this is right, brill, I can take it, but if this is wrong I go off even when the king of clubs is on side. So my aim is to take the heart and the club finesse, because if one of them is right I think I make it, assuming club spade or heart spade, whatever. So I reject the spade finesse now and I cross back to hand with a heart and take a club finesse, which loses. Now they don't play a spade back, so although they can cash a spade now, they just play another what did he play? A diamond. They played a diamond now. Oh, brilliant. They might let me off. I might only go 1 off now when I should go multiple off. And so when the diamond wins the ace, I throw the queen of spades away on the jack of hearts, and I play for clubs to break, and they didn't. I went for something called a Murph. What's a Murph, Andy? Do you remember a Murph? Murph is 5 off favourable, 5 off green. So 250 is the only way to score, and we call it Murph because Murph did it multiple times. I don't know whether I've taken a bad line there. I mean, I've gone 5 off in 6N. It doesn't feel like a good line, does it? Obviously, you're never making because clubs are 4-1 offside. You're not making, but I've only really got 3 losers. Like I can play ace and queen of spades and knock out the king of spades. I might lose a spade, a club, and a heart, and I lost 5 tricks. No, I lost 6 tricks because obviously I went 5 off. So I don't know, and that can't be good. It just can't be good. It just like we lose the board. And we were doing better in this set than we were in earlier sets. I think in the earlier sets today until I went for that. And then the very next round, we sat down with a lovely man. He's called Tim Verbeek. So if he ever watches this, please comment below, Tim, to say I've said your name on stream. And he's a good player. And partner passes, he opens a heart, and you have this, and you've got ace 10, 9, 8 to 6, singleton, ace 10, fourth, too low. And you are vulnerable, but you've got a decent spade suit. And you've got an outside ace, and you're bidding 1 or 2 spades. You know me, I'm not one to shy away, and I think this is fine for 2 spades. You'd like to have like ace queen 10 9 or ace jack 10 9 or a bit more of a solid suit, but you've got ace 10 9 8. If you get caught, shrug, they might have 3N on, and so this goes pass pass double, pass pass pass. Oh dear. Partner puts down her hand, and at trick 5 or something I worked out spades were 6-0. There's the full hand. I went for 1100. And I don't know. I mean, what would you overcall? I mean, the thing is, if I overcall 1 spade, I probably get caught in 1 spade, and I go for 800. And so once I'm getting caught, I think everyone's going to be getting caught on this hand. Look at the hand, but I got caught in 2. And I don't think, the way they defended, I don't think I can go any less off. I don't think, because they played the 3rd round of clubs before the 2nd round of hearts, and now the 7 of spades comes into play. So they defended in a way I think I always go for 1100. I think there might be ways that if I can ruff a heart before they can play a club through, maybe I don't lose a trick to the 7. I don't know. Maybe then I exit with the 10 of spades, and then I can play my remaining small spade under the queen or the jack, and I only lose 4 trick. I only got 4 off instead of 5 off. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, not the best couple of boards. That I'm not sure what errors were made, whether they were clear errors or not. I don't know, but they defended it well, so I went for 1100, and it's only the bid that is the only decision I have on the hand that affects the outcome is what I bid, and I bid 2 spades because I'm me and I like to get in there when I can. This is a play problem, and I got it wrong but made the lot anyway. Maybe. So you have it's just the north-south hands. The south hand opens a strong no trump, and just for reference, the south hand is king X, king 4th, ace jack 10, ace 4th, and opens a strong no trump. The next one bids 3 spades, Andy bids 3 no trumps. That ends the auction. Maybe Andy's worth a quantitative 4N. I think with ace 10 X of spades, I mean, there's a lot of spade holdings where that's good enough for 2 tricks, sort of thing, that partner can have. And I wasn't accepting quant anyway, so it isn't. I guess it's moot. And they lead the 8 of hearts. So it goes 8, and you play the 9, and they go with the ace, and they play a small heart back. So you let's just have a quick count of your tricks. You have 5 diamonds, you have 3 clubs is 8, you've got the king of hearts is 9, you've got ace king of spades is 11, and you've already lost a trick. So you're at the point where you've got 11 out of the remaining 12, and The only legitimate, I mean, there's potentially trying to make 3 spade tricks, but it's unlikely that's the case. It's unlikely that the hand on who has bid 3 spades hasn't got both the queen and the jack. But you can play for, singleton queen, singleton jack on your right, potentially in finesse. The other possibility for extra tricks is clubs. If someone's got, so if the clubs are 3-3, you've got an extra trick there. Now it looks like he's led the 8 of hearts from either 10-8 fourth, which is what they lead from, or some sort of doubleton, or queen 10-8. Now maybe 10-8 to 3 or 4 is the most likely, because the hand on your right with ace queen 10 wouldn't play a low one back, they would play the queen back. So the 2 options you've got now is the person who's led initially has got queen 10-8 or 10-8 third, fourth, whatever. And if that's the case, in either of those situations, the clubs are unlikely to be 3-3. So we have 2 options. 1, we can play for a squeeze. 2, we can run the heart. We can play the hand who's led initially to have led from 10-8 fourth. And the squeeze will work. It depends on which squeeze you play for. Basically, you're playing for whoever's got. Well, you actually haven't got a squeeze, have you? You're playing because you've got the 7 of hearts in hand. You're playing for someone to have queen and 10 of hearts. So the squeeze will only work against your left-hand opponent. The person, because if your right-hand opponent has the queen of hearts, you just run the heart. So the squeeze only works against the left-hand opponent, and only when they've got initially queen 10-8 of hearts. And what you can do is you can squeeze them in the majors. You can cash 5 diamonds and 3 clubs ending in your hand, and then your 7 of hearts is a threat against their remaining high heart, and your 3rd spade in dummy is a threat there. So how likely is it that they have led a heart from queen 10-8 into a 1n 3n auction when they're marked with 7 spades, when they must have a safer lead? They must. I think that's unlikely. And so is it right to run the heart to the jack? How long did I think about doing this? 30 seconds? I thought for quite a while about doing this and declined. It looks really bad because if clubs are 3-3, if they've led a singleton heart, for example, if clubs are 3-3 or whatever, or it loses to the queen if you duck it, then you could just make it look like a fish. And I've looked like a fish a lot today. I didn't really want to do it, but I think potentially against sensible people, it's right to run it. And you're basically playing for the hand on lead to have 10-8 fourth or 10-8 third, and the hand who's won the ace of hearts to have ace queen third or ace queen fourth. And they're doing that to break up the squeeze. Imagine, there's the full hand. Imagine if they win the ace of hearts to trick 1 and switch to, let's say, a spade. You automatically squeeze them. You're going to squeeze them in hearts and clubs. You're just going to cash your 2 spades and 5 diamonds, and they're done. They're done. They have to keep 4 clubs, and they can't keep the queen of hearts because your jack of hearts is a menace. So what they've done at trick 2 is they've killed the jack of hearts by making you rise with the king. So your solution is to run it to the jack. So their solution is to play the queen and pin the jack. And so your solution now, if they do that, is to squeeze the left-hand opponent in the majors, because now they've transferred the menace for you. Now you have a definite 10 of hearts in the left-hand opponent. But if they do switch to the queen of hearts, you don't know whether they've got queen 10 or queen empty. So this is a very deep hand. I've gone far too deep into this hand, I think. As it happens, I rose up with a king and he threw 2 clubs away, so it didn't matter. So I made 12 anyway. And we're done for the day. There's Beans. Look at him, look at him. Woo! How'd you finish, Beans?
I think we were the first team out of the overalls.
Oh no, so we just missed out. I think we're about average. We had a really big set. We got 17 points, and so with our carryover we're just above average. Whether that'll be in the overalls, probably not, because most people will be above average because most teams have carryovers.
The last overall was like 28.3.
28.3. We're on 26.5, so yeah, we're not in the overalls, but we had a really good set today. I'm going to leave you with this then. I'm going to show you the whole hand here. This is the whole hand. I was east. I opened 3 spades in second seat, favourable. Second seat favourable, playing with Andy, could be quite bad, and I have all my honours are together, and I've got Queen Jack 9-8, I think that's fine. And it goes 3N, don't really like 3M, but 3M, and Andy passed quietly, smoothly. Pass. And Andy has, what should she lead? She led a club. She went ace of clubs, king of clubs, queen, and she carried on playing clubs. Now, what happens on the last round of clubs? I have 7 cards left with the East hand. What do I keep and what do I need to keep? So I signalled hearts, so I want a heart through, but I've got to keep 3 spades, otherwise the spades are all... They make 3 spade tricks in Declarer. I need to keep 2 hearts, otherwise the Queen of Hearts makes. And I need to keep 3 diamonds, otherwise they make all the diamonds. So I'm actually squeezed in 3 suits. And not only am I squeezed in 3 suits, it's like a standard triple squeeze. Whichever suit I discard squeezes me again in the other 2 suits. So what actually happened was I encouraged hearts, so I want a heart through, and Andy played club, 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 club. I can see the 3rd spade in dummy, so I know to keep 3 spades. I know I need to keep the king of hearts, I think. So I bared down to queen, jack, tight of diamonds. And Declare had been counting. He's a good Polish player. He went ace of diamonds, king of diamonds, 5 of diamonds, and now I'm squeezed again in the majors. So I threw the king of hearts away, hoping Andy's got the queen. She hadn't, and he claimed. So we won the board because we beat 3N by 2. He's overbid. But what a nice hand to finish with. That was the last hand of the event for us. A triple squeeze for a top. They triple squeezed us and we got a top. I've really enjoyed BAM. If you have a chance to play BAM, give it a go. It's different. Just different. It's the best way I can describe it. Just different. It's not imps. Every board matters. Every decision matters. Every signal matters. Every under trick or over trick matters. Or it might not matter at all. Sometimes you kind of concede 200, but teammates have pulled back 950. So it doesn't really matter whether you make your contract or not if teammates have got 950. Sometimes you go for 800 and nullify any good or bad thing teammates might have done if they don't also get the same 800. So sometimes your decisions might not matter. There was one where I went for a Murph, you saw it earlier, where at the other table, the people playing that, they went 3 off against Andy's mum and dad, so we lose the board. But they're going 3 off and they're kind of furious with themselves. They're slapping the cards down because they've just gone 3 off in a freely bid slam, not knowing Muggins here went 5 off. So you never know what good board teammates have come back at. You never know whether you're doing good or bad. You never know where you've definitely lost one board or not lost one board. Sometimes you can be fairly sure, but not definitely sure. So BAM's really good. BAM's effectively match point teams. That's the easiest way to describe it for those people who don't do it. And if you haven't done it before, give it a go. It's difficult and it's probably harder if you're playing better teams or good teams, harder to do well. So sometimes at normal imps you've got a chance at being a bit lucky on 1 board out of 8, winning 10 imps in and maybe winning the match. Here it's going to be a lot tougher. But we enjoy a challenge, don't we? I'll be back tomorrow and we're playing with Andy's dad in the blue ribbon pairs, which hopefully lasts all 3 days for us.